What is up, everybody? It is Tyler with TJ Times Two Cars. Today, I want to go ahead and talk about my experience at the Chantilly show. It was my first time there, and kind of just give you the rundown of everything that I saw and what I enjoyed of the show, and a couple of focal points maybe that could be a little bit better for me. So the first thing I noticed was parking was amazing, and just to get in the show was so simple and easy. Also, the space in between tables was very, very, very well. The only thing that I wish that they did different, there's only one thing. I wish there was a map to kind of show you a layout of what you could expect and where to kind of go. And you just didn't have that. So it was really just keep walking around. And if I had a deal lined up where I needed to go to a vendor right away, I didn't know exactly where they were. So I spent a little bit trying to find them originally. So just kind of like a map situation, maybe, but I know that's probably a little bit difficult. But that's the only thing that I would change. Other than that, the show was completely magical. We were able to pick up a ton of cards. I mean, a ton. We were able to make so many deals, and we actually have sold every single card as well. Really quick, really easy deal. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of what we picked up. Picked up a true rookie RPA, Jalen McMillan from the Washington Huskies. Out of 50, Ricky Pearsall. Oh, that was out of 150. I'm sorry, not 50. This one is out of 50. Nico Collins, RPA, Dalton Kincaid, Spencer Rattler, auto, Khalil Shakir, auto, Oscar, auto, Patrick Queen, true NT, out of 199 RPA, Jonathan Taylor, last on print out of 20 rookie auto, Royal Crowns, Dominic Mysterio's patch auto out of 99. Solo Sequoia out of 5 with an insane patch auto as well. Gunther out of 25 patch auto, really nice patch as well. Willis McGahee autograph out of 75. Out of 99 RPA Chris Olave. And then that's the first stack, and the last stack we got a Michael Thomas. This is a rookie auto. Michael Thomas, this was, I don't usually go after Michael Thomas, but this is a card that just made a deal happen. Guy kind of wanted to be a little bit higher than I wanted to be, and I asked him, I was like, what about this Michael Thomas? Because you just thought he had it stickered for 20, but you throw it in for $10. And that way it gets my number to where I want it to be, and it gets his number to where he wants it to be. And he told me, he was like, you're the only person here that's going to collect Michael Thomas. I would have thrown it in for free. That's cool. I moved it and I sold it for 18. I paid 10, so makes complete sense. Rookie auto, Christian Watson. Brees Hall, RPA. Really nice patch as well. It is a true 3-color patch. Devontae Smith, rookie patch auto out of 20. Insane patch as well. The Slim Reaper. This is an RPA out of 199. Zay Flowers. Tank Bigsby RPA out of 60. Richard Sherman autograph out of 50. Richard Sherman, man, was a beast. Brian Robinson Jr. out of 75. I've actually had this card previously, and it's the exact same card that I got and sold, and I've sold it again now. Same number and everything. A few weeks ago, I got card number 9 out of 75. I ended up selling it. I guess the person that ended up getting it sold it to a dealer, and I got I got a deal on it. So I made money on that card originally, and now I've made even more money on top of it. So can't can't beat that. This right here was a throwing card as well. So the one thing I can tell you is if you're at at a table and you're trying to work and make a deal, if the numbers aren't making sense, don't just like walk away. See if you could try to add a card that's like a lower number, like a lower price card that maybe is a patch auto or just an auto that kind of makes sense and can make that happen. You saw the Michael Thomas. I was able to make that happen. This was another one. Jordan Matthews rookie patch auto out of 99 from Immaculate. $15 card. I know Jordan Matthews isn't like crazy, but he was a solid wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, so just made sense to be able to throw that in, and you're able to move it since it's such a low dollar card. If you get it to throw in, and I think I got that card for $5 like that, and I sold it for 12. So it just kind of makes sense if you can actually get it. But just that's my word of advice. If you're trying to make a deal and it's just not working, see if you can add a card, but don't add too much. And if they're not willing to really go down with you after adding that card, kind of make it make sense, then just walk away. You're allowed to say no. That's the big thing. Um, Roma Dunze auto out of 299. Tank Bigsby rookie patch auto. I like Tank. And then David Montgomery rookie patch auto out of 299. So we were able to pick up all of these cards. We spent $860 or $840. We ended up selling all of this for $1,150. So we made about $310 profit on this lot, which when you break it down to the terms of how long I was there at the show, I was there for 3 hours. You're basically making $100 an hour. So it's just go there. It was my first time being there. It can be a little overwhelming with how big the show is, but stick to what you know. I know a lot of football, and I know a lot about the autos, and just try to make it work. There was a bunch of times where I had to say no. You saw me pick up a few WWE cards. I wanted to get this. It was a Cody Rhodes out of 49 auto. Out of 49 sold. Last sale was 170. The out of 10 of the exact same card sold for 150 makes no sense. If the out of 10 did 150 and the out of 49, the exact same card, exact same auto, it's just a different parallel, did $30 more. The guy had it marked for 200. I said 170 is good as a value wise, but I wanted to be, I think it was like, I offered him 85%. Um, I ended up offering, I think I offered 150 for it cash. And then also offered, he had another card that was like a $40 card. I offered him, 30 bucks on it. It was basically 175, $180 I offered him. And he's like, no, I couldn't even do that. I'd be at 225. And I was like, that's over comps. I can't get there. And he's like, yeah, I'll do 200. I was like, now you're starting to get to like full comps. Doesn't really make sense for me. I can't really sell at full comps. Like I might be able to move it for 95%, maybe a little lower than 95. I usually sell between 90 and 95% off the values. But it just wasn't able to do it. And I walked away, and guess what? The card was still there. It did not get sold because if they're not willing to work with you on some pricing and they're wanting to hold, then you know it's probably gonna sit there for a couple shows, and then they'll finally make the deal where they sell it for 140 to $150. It's just not going to be to me. So that's fine. And also, just know, do what you know. And so, like, the biggest thing I can tell you is there's like a few cards where, like, it was WWE. I was like, hey, this last sale was $70, and it was in April, right around WrestleMania. I would think that would be the peak, wouldn't you think? And he was like, no, I think the card's going to just keep going up in value. And I was like, it could keep going up in value, but I look at it kind of like the off season points with like football. So like football, we're kind of in the off season now. It's starting to pick back up, but the card prices drop. So I would think like the Super Bowl, which is like where the cards are, right around like hitting, like WrestleMania would have been the where the peak card peaked a little bit, especially with like the storylines and everything like that. So it didn't make sense to me. Ended up not getting the card because if it doesn't make sense to you, there's no reason to force it and you to get stuck with that card unless you're fine with it and it's a PC. So, but my experience with Chantilly, overall, an amazing show. I can't wait to go back in October. Um, we're going to look to buy heavy again, and we're just going to keep growing this collection, man. But if y'all have any questions, drop them down below. I hope you hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. But I appreciate it. And this is Tyler with TJ Times 2 signing out till next time. Have a good one, guys.